Jim Sammons here from the Kayak Fishing Show. This week on Kayak Fishing Tales, we're doing a road trip down Baja, California with my good buddy Sean White and my daughter Kirstin. We're headed down to Mag Bay to target some inshore species and going offshore for some big grouper. Stick around, I think you'll like this video. I'll see you when it's over.
Getting ready to go, man. 2-week adventure road trip down Baja. We're gonna drive down to Mag Bay, so we have a long drive ahead of us. We'll drive a good portion of the way today, and then we'll finish up the ride tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes smoothly at the border. We've got to make a couple of stops, but it's gonna be a fun adventure. I've wanted to do this drive for a long time. Never been to Mag Bay, so this is gonna be exciting.
Well, road tripping is fun anyway. I like a road trip, but road tripping in Baja is its own deal. And I think what I love about it down here is the people are amazing. They're really friendly, really kind, really generous, but it also just goes back to, I think, a simpler time that I think in a kind of an abstract way reminds me when I was a kid. That, and it's just, it's a very diverse place. You know, we saw palm trees, we saw desert, we've seen cold water, we've seen warm water. It's just a special place.
Well, I think the awesome thing about having Kirstin on this trip is I didn't invite her. She said, "Dad, I'm coming on your trip." I mean, the fact that my 22-year-old daughter wanted to come on a trip with me just, you know, it touched me. So I'm like, heck yeah, come on.
I've been fishing ever since I was growing up. Just not very often, but when I do, I love it. I love road tripping. I think it's so fun just being able to experience the different culture and seeing the different sights along the way and making stops wherever we want to.
You know, we're heading down to Baja Magdalena, or Mag Bay. I've heard of this place forever, and I've just never had a chance to get here. It's known for its diversity of a fishery, being the only true mangroves on the Baja coastline. So it's just very different. I just really wanted to see it and have a chance to fish it.
Fishery here is, we have both the inshore and the offshore, so that if it's like a windy day, like the group was down here this time, there was a lot of wind and waves outside, so they were kind of limited to fishing inside and weren't able to go out to the outer banks. So you never lose a day of fishing here like in some other places.
You know, there weren't sport fishers buzzing by us constantly. There wasn't, you know, private boaters, any of that. It's like basically when we were fishing, we barely saw anybody except the occasional commercial guy. So you pretty much could get out there on your own, which I always enjoy. And it's just a very unique place.
Offshore is all the standard things you would expect, grouper to marlin. And during certain times of the year, they all come into this big estuary to reproduce. And then those juveniles rear in Mag Bay for some time. So you get this sort of inshore light tackle version of their parents that are offshore. So we caught grouper on this trip, but little guys. But man, I mean, for little guys, they are very, very strong. You get corvina in here. We caught a variety of different jacks. It's just a cool place. And I've always wanted to see a mangrove in person. I'd never seen one, and this place is just, I mean, we ran, I think, 28 miles in the boat, and we weren't even at the end of it. It's just mangrove after mangrove after mangrove. Very beautiful place. Well, getting ready to see what we can find offshore here. Just sort of getting all situated. You can see it's a little rockier out here than it was inshore.
Today, we had our one day that we were able to get offshore, and it was basically only calm, and I wouldn't say real calm, but it was fishable for, you know, till about 2 o'clock, and it was big swell, a lot of wind, and it never shows on camera how dicey it was. But I mean, I had the boat, which had the camera boat, which had a big tower on it, and I was maybe 50 feet away from it, and I'd drop into a trough and I couldn't see it. I mean, it was big swells out there and strong winds. But that's a challenge. That's kind of the exciting part about offshore kayak fishing, you know, particularly in a boat like the Kraken that was made for that. I mean, it was a joy to paddle out there. It's just really fun. You know, you can work on your paddle skills because it's always kind of dicey. I had never caught big grouper that like we hooked into today. We certainly got schooled by some of these fish. We hooked quite a few and landed one. And so we lost a lot of fish. I got really lucky on one. I lost one fish and it threw the hook, and I don't know if it just fell into the mouth of another fish or what, but it was pretty funny. It made it really, really cool.
Crazy spot of bait I dropped on. Boy, that guy hammered it on the sink. Oh! Oh! Came back! Oh, yeah. Look at that beautiful fish. Oh, yeah, look at that. Woo! Let me get that guy back in the water here. As easy as that. Woo!
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. We absolutely love Baja and had a great time. We want to thank our sponsor, Malone Auto Racks, for their support. I use their trailer to haul my kayaks everywhere I go. It's absolutely great product. Check them out at maloneautoracks.com. If you haven't done so already, please give us a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe to our Kayak Fishing Tales channel so you get notified whenever we put up a new video. Take care.